Hello and welcome. Avion here. Today we'll be going over the test. Hypothesis Rising. Coming right after me doing the horror scope, I was just in a mood of just like, let's just keep going. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying these. And if you hear a fan in the background, I apologize. I'm trying to deal with fucking goddamn torso sweat. Okay, I see her. Started. Yeah, I'll take my mask off. I get it, new game. Before experiencing the test, Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, the test, first, before venturing into this experience. Well, I have, because I'm kind of going through all of your games. Not all, because apparently there's something that's not on Steam, but you know what I mean. You will stand to gain a lot more from the experience if you play the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close the game now? Opportunity to play that. Already played. Wonderful news! We can continue. That font's gonna annoy me. Okay, it's not as bad red for some reason. Hello, Fate. You look different. Hello and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Your skull mask makes me want to put back mine back on. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. You ain't gonna be able to like pull a wife out of your ass, so you know, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that's like happiest in a relationship, but like, I know how to function outside of it, but like to me true happiness is like a loving wife and family. So it's not like it's like, oh, you could just like be like, oh, I don't need any of that, but I'm like, that's cool for you, bro, but it's like that's not what I want in life, you know? I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this? You might be asking. Good question. Allow me to explain. My eyes keep closing for some reason. I think it's because the camera tilted up, maybe? I feel like it's having issues with my glasses. That's better. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them 100% entire honesty. With 100% honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% honesty. Entire honesty. We've had me talk about one-night stands and virginity, so I think we're going to get pretty honest here, boys. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, oh no. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel and the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced a scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water or sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. I forgot to get a drink. I forgot to get the drink! Fuck! I'll be back. You'll hear. No, wait. I can get soda. Make me lazy. Ah. Soda. It's zero sugar. This just means I'll like be skinny and die, right? Instead, I'll be a skinny, unhealthy person, not a fat, unhealthy person. I think that's what that means, right? Yeah, totally. I sipped too fast and it foamed up in my mouth. Okay. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Yeah, this is why personality tests, because you are not a static person, they will change if you do it multiple times. It's also why I kind of liked how Refined Self had you like play through 3 times to get like a full rounded out thing. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. And here we go. You don't feel uncomfortable right now. I mean, we're playing that, like, screechy background music again, but I mean, I'm used to it. Mouse, go away. Are you nervous? No. You feel cold. I have a fan on me. Specifically because I was sweating too much. No. You feel sad. I took my medication. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Yes. Now, an easy way to explain this is yelling, which kind of sucks because like I also have that PTSD too now. Like, if someone yells, I will like have that like anxiety panic attack. I told you where it's all like I want to fight and fucking attack. But my mother also has panic attacks when someone yells, and I have definitely yelled and hurt my mother because of her panic attacks, and I have also done that with my sisters, and I never really found good opportunities to apologize and it's hard to apologize for something that is like you don't know how to bring up, you know? Especially if it had been like years ago, kind of thing. But I really try to avoid yelling as much as I can because I know how it affects people. Especially since I have a very scary voice when I get angry. So yes. Do you crave acceptance by others? No. I only crave acceptance. I only want acceptance from the people close to me. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes. As I've said before, my father's dead, and even without that, I would still say yes, even if I had only lost like pets, such as cats that have sadly passed on throughout my life, or dogs, or little sister. I'll use little sister as like a really extreme one because this one is like easy for people to understand. Because not that time investment means anything, but little sister was a chihuahua that my mother had gotten when I was in elementary from my sister because my sister didn't want to take care of her. And we called her Minnie Mouse. And she lived to be 19 years old. So little sister was around still currently for most of my life. And she ended up passing away in her sleep due to complications with uterine cancer because we never got her fixed because mom was always scared to have her undergo surgery. But she still lived a very long life and died peacefully. As at least as peaceful as can be when going in your sleep at home. And yeah, so that was all. That was definitely one of the few moments where when she died, I went out in the middle of the night and smoked a few cigarettes while looking at the moon. I also did, as you can imagine, the same thing when my dad died, but you know. Him's harder to explain to people because you know, like that's a guy who beat me. How are you sad about him? I'm like, my dad. So that's why I explained the little sister one because people are more understanding of like a dog that was around for most of your life. So yes, you know what heartbreak? Fucking yeah, I do. Do you believe in demons? Yes. Hmm. Do you believe in curses? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? In a way, yes. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? I mean, they're haunting me, not the house, so I mean, it's just fucking leaving the house ain't gonna do nothing. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Kind of. I want to say yes, but I can't. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because when it happens, I'm just like, oh, hey, bud, and then I just kind of go on about my day. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? Not really. Would you like to make more friends? I used to say yes. However, nowadays I actually have a very sizable friend group. Like, it used to just be me and my best friend, and as expanded, we got our autisms got dragged into an autistic friend group, and now it's like there's like 10 of us. So no, I'm good. Not that I'm against making more friends. It's just that if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna like go out and venture for more friends. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Yes. Do you feel lonely? Yes. Talk to me. Hello. I'm pretty sure my friends would consider me good friends, especially when I unprompted act like Santa during Christmas. You make friends easily. Yes. I make it at least enjoyable moments with acquaintanceships and um, people I know at work, coworkers, stuff. Even though they're not like friends, we get along and we enjoy our time together. You don't have to like be friends for life with everyone you run into. People are moving around too much for that to really happen. The best friends that strictly stick together over years and stuff, that is something special. Okay, that is a that's bordering on more of like a family member than a friend. They're your family at that point. So I've had quite a few friends, and I've had friends, come and go. This kind of happens when you travel a lot and you've been to a lot of places and you've worked a lot of stuff. But yeah, anyway. You tend to avoid drama where possible. Yes. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Several. As I have explained, I have nearly drowned. I have almost gotten hit by a car. I have almost fallen down a cliff a few times. I have almost been shot because I've been held at gunpoint. I have um, what else is there? I have almost passed out in the snow, and that might not have killed me because there's a lot of people around, but that definitely would have been felt like a near-death experience. So anyway, I don't know. Take your pick: guns, cars, fall damage. There's a lot of things. Drowning. I'm still here though. Do you like horror movies? Yes. This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? Yes. That's the spirit where. Have you played the horoscope? Yes. What a gangster! Do you watch porn? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Unintentionally. Mostly just because I like to do things correctly, so. I work harder than some other people. But I don't like doing too much. It's like it's a weird balancing act. So I end up being a hard worker than others, but I also try to do just enough to not get in trouble. Which ends up being that I go by my conscience, and my conscience well, ends up having me end up doing better, more work than the people around me. You have a low opinion of yourself. I mean, I used to have a very drastically, like, fucking well scum view. But not so much anymore. Would you yourself to be a confident person when circumstances permit? Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you're running late for an appointment? Yes. Usually then I'll want that help, but yes, if she needed help, then don't see why not. Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? Uh, yes. I had to think about that one. It's there is no reasonable circumstance where that would ever actually apply. But theoretically, if yes, then yes. Theoretically, if yes, then yes. If it's what I have to do to save my family member, which is what I consider my cat, I consider the cat a part of the family, yada yada, fucking sue me for being a crazy cat person, etc. But I would save my boy. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate? Yes. This is an interesting question. I mean, I was like bored as a kid. But yes. Have you ever been caught dancing when you were thought no one was watching? Yeah. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? Oh, that felt weird. Yes, just now. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? Yes. Mostly because, like, to me, it's not so much that the person I pulled the joke on wasn't receptive of it, but it's one of those dumb moments where someone around didn't think it was as funny as me and the person that I pulled the joke on thought it was funny, and I'm like, you're just killing the vibe, man, but still. The thing I regretted was sharing the joke at that point. And the joke being I got my mom a thing of gamer subs that was grandma's ashes because she's like 70. And knowing me, knowing my mother, we love that kind of fucking silly, morbid humor shit. Well, my sisters didn't really like it though. But fuck it. Are you streaming live right now? No, but I'm recording. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? Yes. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? Nah, you'll watch it later though. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? Okay, I'm reminded. I did leave a comment on one of the things, or like a review or whatever the hell. And I did get a response from the developers. But I didn't notice until like fucking a year later. Because like military funsies. So hopefully they get to see me doing these silly little things and they'll be like, ah, this guy likes our stuff. Oh, he got these words. How neat. Anyway, does this bother you? Nah. I mean, the intent was to leave the comment for you to read it. Motherfucker. If you left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken in the time, right? Yes. You understand that no matter what, I appreciate you. Are you coming on to me? Anyway, thanks, bud. I really do. Are you afraid of snakes? No. You believe in magic? Yes. Have you cried in the last month? No. No, I don't think I have. Do you have a hero? Yes, my mother. You typically learn from your mistakes. I try to. You enjoy outdoor activities? Meh, kinda, sorta. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Yes. But it's like lazy at my perspective, right? Like, to other people, I'm not lazy. To me, myself, because I'm stuck with myself all the time, I consider myself lazy, but it's like, it's one of those things, like, no matter what I do, I won't be able to, like, not consider myself lazy, because I know when I take breaks, and to me, the simple act of taking a break makes me feel like I'm slacking or being lazy, right? So, you know, whatever. I think you could kind of understand what I mean. You sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated, yes. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Yes. Constant. As much as I can afford to, right? There's a bit of a balancing act there, but it's like, I can always find I always seem to have like a reserve of strength where I can do this. So if I can do it, I will do it, sort of thing. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? Probably. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? Nope, but I've been cheated on. Have you ever been... Yes. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Not really. I see. Are you a hero to someone else? Yes, actually. So, the hero that I am to someone else is my nephew. And I know when he looks up to me and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm flattered, but please reconsider. So I try to be the best uncle I can. But there's a few people I am the hero to. Whether I want to be, whether I like it or not, so I try to do right by them. You love animals? Yes. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make them make shit real awkward? Sweet home, my Alabama. What other state is this? It's not actually Alabama that has the highest incest rate. Where is it? I don't remember. Whatever that other state is. But anyway, I'm gonna say that would be funny as shit. Well, but are we done? Are we done burping? No, because I don't use Tinder and I don't like hookup culture. Participated one too many times, and once was too much. Yeah, me neither. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? Yes. Are you intoxicated right now? No. Well, that makes one of us. You like the phrase sneaky snake? Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. I'm gonna say yes, because that made me do a tism. This question's a bit strange to you. Not really. You have a vivid imagination. I cannot picture things, right? But if we consider imagination to be outside of the ability of picturing things and just your ability to mix, match, and use your imagination as a blender for concepts that you have perceived and ingested to spit out stuff like my model currently, then yes. Do you feel uncomfortable in a large social setting? Fuck yeah. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? Yes. You held a grudge for long periods of time? No. Have you ever urinated in public? Look, man, sometimes you're stuck in a location where there is not a bathroom and it's the middle of the night, and that tree looks fine. So... yes. You like pineapple on your pizza? Yes. I knew I liked you. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? I mean, we all need a little bit of selfishness to get by. Maybe? Do you think you've got a big ego? Nah. Would you consider yourself kinky? I ask my friends about when I ate ass on the ladder while we're on the couch because I fucking fell, and that became the running joke for like 2 years. I would like to do funny things with my wife that might involve rope, but I mean, I feel like that's kind of like not that kinky anymore, mostly because fucking degenerates try to be a little bit too vocal about it. But I'm fairly vanilla, but I'm open to trying things. I'd just say yeah. Not more than the average person. Have you ever masturbated into a fishbowl? I must not be that kinky then. Well then, you can't be that kinky. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know the yardstick you were measuring with, sir. Would you consider yourself to be religious? No. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? Wait. Let me think what the exact definition of temperamental is real quick. I think it just means like balanced. Oh no, no, not balanced, not balanced at all. Liable to unreasonable changes in mood. I'm not that bipolar, but that does run in one side of my family. But I'm more of like I flip from one extreme to another extreme, but there's usually a trigger. There's not like just suddenly happens. There is a trigger. There's something wrong that happened that caused me to fucking flip my tits. So no. Because all the time, I'm usually just very calm. Very calm, very chill person, especially compared to some of my friends that I've realized. I didn't used to consider myself the calm person, but after having some hot-headed friends, I'm like, nope, I am the calm person. You had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it. Then why'd you do it? This highly depends, right? I'm going to say yes here, right? And the only reason I'm going to say yes is if I had a wife and kids, then I would value my life to take care of my wife and kids. It's as simple as that. Is the person I'm killing also a father? Well, I guess we better fucking have a duel then to see which dad gets to go back to his family. So, yes. Interesting. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? No. I mean, I say no. Would I try to save someone if it could risk my life? Yes. Right? Like, would I push someone out of the way of a car? Yes, but I would also be trying to get myself out of the way of the car as well. I would try to save them. Right? But would I intentionally swap my life for theirs? No, but would I take a risk that could hurt me to save someone else? Yes. There's two different distinctions there. I'm not trading my life for yours, but I will risk my life to save yours. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? No, but I've been around a lot of fire. Have you ever been to a funeral? Yep. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you like the opportunity to do so? But sure, I need to make sure that they play the fucking Life is Beautiful. If you could see into the future, but you're told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Nah, I ain't interested. You have the power to stop time. Would you do something you know you shouldn't do? Look, man, when people aren't looking, I can't even steal a Kit Kat bar when it's just myself in a store. You think I could stop time and do anything worse? Dude, I would stop time and go to sleep. I would stop time and write a book. I would do mundane things like that. There's not really much I would... If I could stop time, and I could use that to save someone that's about to get hit, I might do that. But that's also requires me to have been in the place of... I'm not gonna like become some superhero and go searching for people that need saving. No, but like if there's an opportunity to save someone with that power, I don't see why I wouldn't do it. No. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? No? Okay. I'm going to say yes. Because it's not saying who I'm removing. It's just saying I suddenly now have the ability to snap my fingers like a fucking Thanos snap on one dude. Okay. Am I about to get shot? Is this person actively trying to kill me? other people, my family. Fucking fuck it, I'll Thanos snap a bitch. I'm not using it on like a dude that annoys me. I'm using it for my own safety and for the safety of those around me. So yes, if I told you to understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Sure. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response to be reacting to violence? Yes, actually. If strangers stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologized to you? I'd be very ambivalent to this. I would have very mixed emotions. No. The only way I'm apologizing is if they actually somehow give me some of the money back. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? No, I just wouldn't talk to them. I would just, like, separate them from my life if they clearly don't want me around. If they don't like my presence, then there's no reason for me to be around them. It's as simple as that. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Yeah. It say how much brains. It doesn't say that that's all I'm going to need to drink water. It doesn't say how much brains I need to eat. It just says I need to eat squirrel brains for 3 days. So I could probably eat a spoonful from one squirrel brain, or less than a spoonful, per day, and I'd be fine. If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? Nah. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Did he ask for my clothes? Look. I'm giving him everything but my underwear, okay? I'm going to say yes, but do understand there's a stipulation that I'm giving them everything but my underwear. And the reason I say this is because I have given people clothes and like a blanket that I had in my backpack at night because they asked me if I had anything warm that they could use outside of an airport and they were stuck. So the person has to ask me, but I am willing to go through a little bit of discomfort if it'll help save the person, so yes. If someone accidentally hit you in your car, but you suffer no injury whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? A funny story. No, not at all. I would actually be laughing. So, I was driving my bicycle. Not driving. I don't drive. I was riding my bicycle, and there was this what's it called? Intersection, I guess. Yeah. And my side did not have a stop sign, but his did. And as soon as I went past him, he started moving forward. And he moved forward just enough to smack the back of my my bicycle, right? And all he did was bend the axle, which I was able to just replace later. And all I did was just laugh about it. He may have like smacked into me with his car, but nothing happened. I'm completely fine. I'm completely fine. He's completely fine. And at least in this case, there was like maybe $10 worth of damage because it was a fucking axle, and I had a few spares because I lost an axle once recently. So literally no damage. No extra cost to me to fix this. So I was just like, I just thought it was funny. Yeah, do you still be upset with them? No. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages with this question now? Maybe you should have been. I don't care. I'm here for a chill time. I'm not here to, like, wrap my brain around all your little secrets. Also, I felt like taking my mask off. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this other than just simply answering question after question? Nope. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Yes. Umbrellas are worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? No, but I do forget to take my umbrella with me. Red is a prettier color than pink, do you agree? Yes, but I do also quite like pink as well. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? No? Eating in front of people can be awkward, do you agree? Yes. Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated. Do you agree? No? Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? Nah. You know why that is? Nah. Does it make you slightly uncomfortable? No. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have got yourself into? Nope. You realize it's too late to turn back now? Eh, sure. Do you hear someone in your room? Nope. You see the shadows closing in? No. You feel like you're being watched? Nope. You look around your room a moment ago? Nah. You like long walks on the beach? Yes. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? Yes. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Oh yeah. Yeah. In the past. You love your family more than you love yourself? Yes. Loving yourself is a very hard thing to do, and I've tried to get better at it, but, you know, it's still just easier to love my family than myself. You have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Well, yeah, but I mean, that's like my brother best friend out of the group of best friends. You think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? Oh yeah, I forgot that was the thing that was happening. No. I mean, there probably is, right? But, like, eh. Do you believe that you're human? Unfortunately. If you could turn invisible, but you can never be visible ever again once you decide to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? Fuck no. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew what they were doing to feed their family, would you stop them? No. I'd just rather not get involved. Things will happen. They might get shot and die. They might shoot and kill someone else. But there's just... I can't be judge, jury, and executioner. For things that someone is doing out of necessity that does not involve me. If I'm at the convenience store and he pulls a gun on me, his life is forfeit. But that's, you know, it's not affecting me. Well, I can't do anything about it. I can't. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Yeah, sure. If you turned into an eagle for 1 year, we won't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed. Would you do it? No, because people would think I'm dead, and then coming back would be so annoying that I wouldn't be able to explain, like, what happened to all my stuff. You had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death using nothing but a machete. In an army helmet, would you do? I'd fucking die. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? I just feel like it's a bad idea to do this regardless of any kind of food item. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? Yes. Your best friend gotten bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals. Would you do it to save them? I told you the snake he wasn't worth it. Yes. So would. What's that question supposed to answer? Yes. Do you feel mortal? Yeah. You enjoy loud music? Yes. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Yep. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? Yes. Do you ever feel depressed? Do you ever have depression? You're not alone. Do you feel relaxed? Yep, because I'm currently at home playing a game, recording. You think you have a guardian angel watching over you? Ah, probably. Considering the amount of times I was almost dead. You ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? No. I'm gonna take a special note of that one. You always look both ways before crossing the road. Yes, and even if the light is green, you should still do this because people are fucking stupid. And sometimes people run red lights. So, no matter what, look both ways when crossing the street. Even if the walk sign is on, god damn it, look at the road. And even if you're on the road, about to cross the intersection, you should still look both ways because people sometimes run red lights. You gotta look both ways even if it's green. I don't care, I don't give a shit. Look both ways. Do you wash your hands every day? Nope. There's a few things that it applies. Look, man, I'm living by myself, and I'm not leaving my home. Don't judge me. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? Yes. Is winter your favorite season? Well, actually, it's fall. But I love snow. You know anyone named Josh? A lot. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? Yes. Are you allergic to any animals? Mosquitoes. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? Nope. Have you ever been in love? Yep. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a dominant in day-to-day life? Yeah, more or less. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? No. Want more. Please give me more time. Can you be easily intimidated by others? No. Are you easily excitable? Yes. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? Yes. As long as it's not math. I don't know math. You have a difficult time relaxing, more or less. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? Look, man. We're all a little high maintenance. We all got a lot of baggage, and I work on my own shit. So, I'd say no. Do you trust easily? No. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? Much as I can. I'd say more, maybe earnest. But I'm also going to go turn the light on because it's starting to get dark and my face tracking is having some difficulties. There we go. Why am I despairing? Oh. Weird. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Yes. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Have you lied about any answers during the session? No. Are you wondering why all these questions have to do with lying? Yeah. This is all very useful information. No, come back. No. Wait, if we go back to that animal thing, does it count Pokemon? I'm just saying, man, Gardevoir. But I don't think that really counts. It's like a furry adjacent thing. Let me check my calibration real quick. Calibrate. There we go. It's all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? I'm again blinking out for some reason. I don't know why. Are you a people pleaser? Kind of? I like to make people comfortable, but I'd say yeah. Enjoy being the center of attention. No. I'm going away. You feel like you've got a good sense of humor, yes. Although it's a bit crass and it might not be up to everyone's things. Brand easily, nah. Hey, bro. Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. Camera, chill. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to more gritty questions. This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of the session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. Now we're getting some interesting shit. You're home alone. It's dark and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. If someone's in your house, what do? Grab the closest item that can be used as a weapon. Very interesting choice. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches asking if you can spare some change. What do? I just tell him I got nothing left. Really now? I just tell him that and hope he doesn't beat me. I've given homeless people money, but it's most of it. It's like a vibe check with them, right? Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease. And there's only enough medicine in the facility to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do? Give it to my mom. I mean, one of them's already dead, so... And if they're both alive, Dad, where's those 18 Christmas presents? That doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't. Find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says, "The cure for cancer." What do? I'm keeping the gold and giving away the cancer. There's a reason. I don't want to take the gold because someone planted it there. And it's kind of like what I said with the money, the suitcase full of money, right? I don't want to take it because I don't want to fucking die from who left it. Turning in the whole thing. What a wasted opportunity. Shut up. I don't want to get killed. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't judge. You're stuck alone inside your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your found. What? I do not. You shouldn't be surprised. Look, man, I was willing to kill someone else's pets to save my own. Your neighbor's home is on fire. A blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around inside. What do? Okay. Listen. I want to do two things right here. I want to call the fire department and I want to run into the building. So, since I can't do both, I'm going to go into the building. I like that. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do you do? I'll look under the bed. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. Then the watch stops ticking. It marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? Look, man, if I could remember to tell them I already got 3 of them as a toy in my Happy Meal, I would, but I don't think I'd think about that. I would just accept it, really, because mostly, I would just be kind of confused. I'd just be like, thanks, I guess. And then I'd probably just keep it as a trinket. I'd probably believe it. Would you now? You're sitting at home playing a game on a PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulders firmly from behind. What do you do? Again, I cannot think of this quip. I'm probably just going to fucking elbow the fuck out of them. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? Damn, that person's ballsy. I'm getting the fuck out of the bathtub, man. Clever. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep dark hole. A man is standing above you looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches. What do you do? I guess I'll put on the lotion, dude. I'm just like, huh. Okay. Smart choice. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home alone, and couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? I just watch the door for a bit. I like that. Someone you've known for many years, but have no attraction to, tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? Bad choice. But, this really is a very intense question. Are they a woman? Do they have the Vtuber? Right? Because, you know, I want to be a dad, and I can't really do that if there's a... I mean, you could probably make the excuse of, like, a adoption, but, you know, no. I'm not gay. So... it's about a date, I guess. One of these says that it implies that it's a girl, right? The top one is if it's a girl, this one is if it's a guy. Since I have no way of knowing which one it is, I'm going to go with this one. I'm flattered, but no, thank you. So, you're one of those types. Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do you do? I'm gonna go check the corner, actually. Taking note of that. You see a massive spider in the room, the size of your hand. What do you do? Grab something bigger to smash it. I guess. There's not the option of, like, trying to catch it and take it outside. Watch. The girl I have a crush on kind of be very angry with me for trying to do that, so I have to choose violence and kill the spider. Anyways. I'm sorry, spiders. Nothing personal, I just have to choose violence. Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? I want to know any more details. Let's see. If you found out that you only had 1 day left to live, what would you do? Yeah, just tell them I love them. That'd be sad. If one of your pets starts speaking to you and told you that They've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer. What'd you do? Go lay down. I'm obviously way too high for this. Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm obviously way too high for this. Oh, lovely. Like, look, if my cat dies because I didn't give them ice cream, I would regret it for the rest of my life. But I would also not want to give them ice cream because it would not compute in my brain. There would need to be some sort of more than the cat talking to me. Could my cat convince me? Yes, I do believe it could. But it won't. If it does try to convince me, I'm going to go lay down. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what would you do? I would just get away from them as quickly as possible. I might be tripping, I might not be tripping. I'm just gonna leave. And I've been held at gunpoint before from mugging. Not actually mugging, they just wanted to see if I had a gun. Long story short, I think they were expecting someone to fucking kill them. And they wanted to make sure I didn't have a gun. It was weird. It was weird. I didn't like having a gun. You get a gun pointed at me though. That sounds reasonable. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone. They don't want to go to prison. What do? This is kind of this question is like in matter with what I've said, but I'm gonna try to convince them to turn themselves in. It's going to suck, right? But shit happens, man. Gotta own it. Aw. You die in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're driving, not dying. I'm pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that your head is clearly detached from their body suggests that's possibly wishful thinking. What do you think you can do? Turn myself in. Interesting how that played out. Fun fact, though, my dad actually has committed vehicular manslaughter once upon a time, and it was actually someone he knew. Unfortunately, that was actually that was walking. It was someone. It was an aunt of someone he knew. So it was like he knew them adjacently. Not like he tried to kill them. I feel like there's other people he's tried to kill though. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. Like, one of the biggest reasons for turning myself into the authorities with running someone over and accidentally killing them is because I don't know who they're related to. And if I hid a body, right, that if I got away with it, that family is not going to know what happened to, like, their brother, their sister, their whoever the fuck. They're not going to know whatever happened to them. They're not going to know that they're dead. They're just going to have gone missing, and that's not something I'm okay with. They need to know that the person died. Anyway, the following questions that shall be asked of you are, would you rather style questions? Much you've got a gun to your head, and you absolutely must choose an answer. That's really easy to imagine, considering I've kind of been in that situation. No matter how uncomfortable that may be, let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved by all. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I need anger. Never get jealous. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? My friends. Because I get to choose my friends. I didn't get to choose my parents. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Under the sea. I like water. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them. Although I did take my organ donor thing off because I didn't want hospitals to, you know, be like, oh, we get to get some organs if we let this guy die. Is that real? Maybe not, but there's a chance that it is, and I ain't taking it. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? I'm gonna go to jail for 5 years. It's not jail for life. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate, but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I'd rather have my dream job forever. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? I'll use the toilet paper. I've had to use one-ply toilet paper for years because I lived in areas where it's like fucking military and ships, and their plumbing is, you know, not the best, and they give you one-ply, so I've had to live with it for a while. So I've just I could do the one-ply toilet. Itchy shirt, no. Would you rather have the skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Color changing skin, that sounds fun. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm, or orgasm every time you see a dog? I'm not going to be able to have, like, a wife unless she's into that shit. But I don't want her to be into that shit. I don't want her to be into either of these. I'm gonna. If I go with the one I could control, I could prepare. I'm gonna go with the orgasm shits because I can prepare for the shitting. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents, and the only way to get them to switch back has to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parents' body, or have sex with your parent in your partner's? I'm glad they don't have me answer this. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. To both of them, but I guess I'm going to go with the one that isn't. We will never speak of this to anyone. Ever. Sex with my partner. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. Fuck you. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which number do you like the most? 7. Out of the following options, which color resonates with you the best at this exact moment? Blue. Out of the following options, which creature are you most least comfortable around? I'm gonna go with scorpions. Mostly because I would be really fucking confused to see a scorpion. Because I rarely see them. I've seen snakes, I've seen spiders. Scorpion. Out of these following options, which flavor is your favorite? This is really a question of like, do I like the peanut butter part of Reese's Cups, or do I like the chocolate part of Reese's Cups? I'm gonna go with the chocolate. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Look, I consider my friends family, so I have to pick family. I consider my real close friends family. The following options, which could you most live without? Money. The following options, which statement is the most accurate? I'm caring. The following options, what are you most afraid of? Losing my loved ones. We're almost finished, but I've just got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? Nope. You really ought to try sometime. It can really take the edge off. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. Aha! Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to the conclusion this is what I personally believe would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. Oh, do tell. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that's taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that's such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything, for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded. Time can never be earned back. And more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that." As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. The fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Okay. Where do I even start with you? Thanks. Your priorities are all out of whack, and we need to fix this quick. Problem is, you're spending way too much of your time on people who don't deserve it, and way too little of your time on people who do. I want you to think long and hard about who you spend the majority of your day on, and think about everyone else in your life. Now, I want you to think about losing each and every one of those people. And think long and hard about how losing each one would make you feel. Some of them are going to hurt a lot more than others, because some of those people mean a lot more to you than others. But you're not allocating your time based on how much certain people mean to you, now are you? Nah, I definitely don't call my mom as much as I should. You just realize that the amount of time and energy you put into some people and how little you put into others would make you feel an incredible amount of guilt if you started losing people that mean the most to you. My advice to you is to start spending more time with people you truly care about, and most importantly, spend your time with people who truly care the most about you. If you can master this little trait and take extra time to set it in motion, you're going to see an entirely new world open up before your very eyes. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is deserving. Remember this word, this will come in handy. Let's check if I did this, if I did the thing where I said the thing last time. Let's see here. Is this it? Yeah, okay. The last time I did this, my secret word was discover. This time, I got deserving. And of course, all the words I get now, the second time around, like life has changed a lot for me in the 5 years, but I'm going to go with the secret words I get this time because they're documented, right, in these videos. Take the secret word that's been assigned to you at the end of the session. Yeah, I wish to be a project, simply leave your secret word out of the comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking time to answer these questions. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all this. And the third and final installment of the test series, all will finally be revealed. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps shape what we do as we work on future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, I thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we'd love it if you checked out our other titles on the Our Other Games section of the title screen. After playing the test, Final Revelation, the third game of the test trilogy, we also have the testing chamber, which is connected to the test trilogy in a very special and unique way. In the meantime, the Advisor is another interesting experience we'd like to recommend, as it has a great emphasis on player-developer interaction where you, the player, gets to vote on how the story will be written in future episodes. Your opinions and decisions have a direct impact on the development progress and storyline of the Advisor series, and we love to read your ideas, thoughts, and contributions. Again, thank you so very much for supporting us in our journey. We truly cannot show how our gratitude and appreciation enough for all you do for us, and we hope the rest of your day is filled with all the joy and happiness that you deserve. Random Studios. I think these games are very unique, or not so much like unique in it's like a personality testing, but I think that they execute it in such a nice, such a comforting and wholesome way, and they're fun. I really enjoy them, so that's why I'm documenting me going through all of them. Yeah, that was Hypothesis Rising. Thank you for sticking around with me through this, and see you next time. You know, one of these days I'll say see you next time, and that'll be the last time. Isn't that fun? Hopefully I'm an old man by then. Catch you later.